Today is the day. Trading from nothing all the way up to a Hyperion. We have done this before a long time ago, but that took me around 30 episodes to complete, and this time we're going to do it right. Our return to AH flipping has been speculated for a long time now, and the real question is, does Natural still have his AH flipping tool? Or did he ever even have it? Anyway, today starts what I guess you could call Dirt to Hyperion. Anyway, today's video starts in an empty hub with 50,000 coins. Well, I've got an extra one. We'll not talk about that. Please let me off. Oh, and just some brief rules. We're of course able to AH flip, Bizarre flip, and do whatever else is necessary in order to get this Hyperion. To start off, we're going to basically craft diamond spreadings and sell them on. It's so much profit. In order to craft them, we need to buy as many jungle leaves as we possibly can, then trade them for vines, and then basically craft them with enchanted diamonds. Simple as. We now have a ton of vines, and it's just a case of buying as many enchanted diamonds as we can. So we've currently spent around 28k. We have a load of vines left over, and we've currently got 14 diamond spreadings to sell. Each diamond spreading is selling for, we'll probably sell those for 12k. A lot of profit. 5 minutes later, we already have 168k to collect, which is absolutely fine. To be honest, it's just a case of rinse and repeat. So just like that, we're up to 1 million coins. We need to expand our horizons. So I started by flipping this aspect at the end. From there, it's important to have variety. So I actually started to do a few craft flips. So as you can see here, I'm crafting a haste ring and selling it on. There was a decent margin in it at the time. So at the end of the day, we've got this strong dragon chestplate, aspect to the end, and 2 haste rings that we've just crafted, awaiting to sell. So fast forward in time, it's the next day. All the items that we had selling have sold, which is fantastic. It takes us up to over 1.6 million. We're really getting the big bucks. And talking of big bucks, if we collect our coins again, 3 haste rings later, another aspect to the end and Flower of Truth, we're up to nearly 4 mil. But we couldn't sell for that. We need to make more coins. And I realised if you bought 8 treasure talismans and crafted them into a treasure ring, you could make a lot of profit, almost 1 million coins per flip. And in case you don't know how to craft the treasure ring, here it is. Also, how are we doing? Where are we up to? The treasure ring we crafted and sold fairly quickly and made us well over 1 million coins profit, which was pretty nice. Still waiting on aspects of the end to sell at the moment. Take us up to over 5 mil, so we're not doing too bad. In fact, it worked so well that we crafted another one. Even the treasure talismans alone are great to flip. This is just a case of rinse and repeat. And rinse and repeat we did. We sold so many of them, we made so many coins, all the way up to over 15 million, which is just pretty ridiculous. At this point, I know what you're thinking. Your boy's made 15 million coins and he hasn't even pulled the subscription button. Well, you'd be wrong because now technically I am. And that's because at the moment we're actually trying to beat the population of San Marino with subscribers. Now the population of San Marino is around about the same as YouTube rank. Now the plan is to actually visit San Marino in a video. If we get to YouTube rank, we'll be able to claim that we have more subscribers than the population of the whole country, which would be absolutely insane. All I'm trying to say is make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It would help out a lot. Now back to the video. So we've already made a decent amount of coins, and to be honest, I've only just noticed that I haven't even really gone through how much a Hyperion costs at the moment. So at least we have something to aim for, around about 900 million coins. Still over 850 mil to go. So at this point, the treasure ring flips are great, they're working great, I can't deny that at all, but we've changed it up a little bit. We've flipped some Wither, Shadow Goggles, some Shadow Assassin, even a Raider's Axe. So I finally decided it's time to move on and try and flip some pets, and that's what we've done with this wolf pet here. It took about 5 minutes to sell, 1.5 mil profit. That's what I call good work. But in all honesty, I have a pretty mixed relationship with pet flips. Sometimes they can be really good, and sometimes, depending on the pet, they just don't sell. Someone decided to list 4 lots of Shadow Assassin boots, pretty much maxed out, 500k each, below lowest bin, so I couldn't really pass up on that. So even further advancements have been made at this point. This is what we're working with. 13 auctions consisting of aspects of the ends, Flower of Truths, pets, Shadow Goggles, the classic treasure ring flips, and so on. Talk about exponential growth. Anyway, as I'm recording right now, it's currently 2:30 AM. I should probably go to sleep soon. Not only that, once everything sells in our auction house, should be up to roughly just over 40 mil if my estimations are correct. The grind never stops. Okay, so something that I've noticed is that certain times of the day and certain days are just not good to flip on, like today. Now, I don't know if people just don't feel like playing Skyblock on Monday because, let's be honest, this is the start of the week. Nobody likes Monday. But everything's just taking a little bit longer to sell, which is, I guess, expected. I mean, it is what it is. Flipping's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like, these treasure rings have taken ages and ages to sell, and, you know, over the weekend they were selling like 5 or 10 minutes. It's pretty mad. Well, the grinds that stopped were still making pretty decent coins, to be honest. Anyway, regardless of it being a little bit difficult at the moment, we've still got a lot of items listed at the moment. Still waiting for them all to sell. At the moment, if they all sell, we'll have about 50 million coins, which you really cannot complain with at all. So if you're this far into the video and you're wondering, but how do you actually find your flips? How do you know what to do? I'll leave a link in the description to my latest flipping guide. That should explain most of your questions. Something I also want to show is, like I mentioned before in the video, that it isn't all good. Like, things don't always work out when you flip. Like I was mentioning, these 3 treasure rings I've now relisted 3 times because the price keeps dropping. Still going to make profit on them, but I'm going to lose a lot of coins because I've relisted them 3 times. I'm trying to get rid of them. I keep getting undercut. Same with these Shadow Assassin boots. I listed them for too high realistically, so I've cut my losses. Probably going to end up maybe breaking even on these rather than profiting. Same goes for this Flower of Truth. The demand's just not quite there anymore for a Flower of Truth of this caliber. So I've lowered it in price a little bit. Hopefully these sell now and we don't have to lower them even more. I just want the coins at this point. And to be honest, after those miserable failures, I think it's about time to say what I need to say. And that is, sometimes when you're flipping, you just need to cut your losses. It doesn't matter if you lose coins, you're going to lose even more coins if you don't get rid of items and flip other items. What I mean by that is if you've messed up, you've bought an item that just isn't going to sell for the price you've got it listed at, but you're thinking, well, if I just wait it out, it's eventually going to sell for this amount of coins, which in theory it may do. But in the time that you're waiting, obviously, you're not going to have those coins that you've invested. They're basically tied up in a flip. I'd just say at that point, cut your losses. You may lose coins, but just move on to something else. Don't dwell over it. It's easier said than done, but trust me. At this point, we've got a full auction house, so I can't really flip anything else. We've got about 1.5 mil under this Bad Lion GUI, whatever it is. So we're going to try our first Bizarre flip just purely because I'm about to go off, because it's like nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to try and pick up an Ultimate Wise 4 book. I don't know if we're going to be able to or not, but we can make like, what, 300k profit from it. I don't usually Bizarre flip, that's why I thought I'd actually let you know. It's nothing too major. Anyway, bit of an update. Most of the things that we listed for cheaper sold. For these instance, these treasure rings finally sold. The Flower of Truth also sold, and so on. So at least we made the coins back. I almost forgot our Bizarre flip didn't exactly work, so we'll just swiftly cancel that. So it's been a while, and 7 of the 13 auctions that we had up sold. So at the moment, still trying to flip some aspects of the ends. They are actually doing quite well for us. Shadow Assassin here and there, although that's actually usually sells pretty quickly. My prices must be a bit off. Now we tried flipping some golden heads as well. Sedan heads don't seem to have worked too well. Did flip a Necron head before, and that was good. So once again, we're back. It is the next day since the last clip, and we've got 10 mil in the purse, and we had 14 items selling last night and 14 items sold, which is actually a very, very pleasant surprise. So we've got 66 mil worth of auctions to collect. We'll collect those coins, takes us up to just over 75 mil. It is coming along very nicely. Today we've got to make some proper progress though. Okay, something great has just happened. By far the biggest flip so far. So, picked up this Livid Dagger, the lowest bin, which was 13 mil. It's lowest bin for just like 5-starred, hot potatoed, one for all. But look at the gemstone it has on it, okay? Look at the gemstone. Just look at that. The gemstone alone quick sells for 15.5 million. Then we can also sell the Livid Dagger for 13 million and make 15 mil profit. AYH flipping guide, that is linked in the description like I said before. I made it imperative to always look out for flips like this because this is where you can actually make a lot of coins. I almost feel bad for the person that's listed it, but we're not playing any games. You snooze, you lose. That is bread. So we're going to head over to the gemstone grinder and claim our free. Well, it costs like 200k, but nevertheless, we're going to profit massively. So as you can see, we can literally just quick sell it for 15 mil, which is what we're going to do, because why not? And we can now sell the Livid Dagger on for around about 13.5. Anyway, after the craziness of that 15 mil flip and another auction house full of items sold, well, nearly, there's a few still waiting to sell. We've got 72 mil to collect. Takes us up to 91 mil. We've still also got around about 12 to 13 mils worth of auctions that are, well, still listed, haven't sold yet. That'll take us up to what, like nearly 105 mil. I'm going to reinvest the rest of the coins that I have left in my purse, and then we're going to call it a day. We're going to see how much we've made in the first episode. So like I said, we've gone ahead and reinvested, well, most of our fortunes back into flips. 4 have currently sold, but we've still got 10 listed, and I guess we'll get to them in the next episode. So at the start of part 2, we should be starting on around about 120 million coins, which in all fairness, for the first episode, for the first part, is really not too bad. I'll definitely take that. Anyway, that's just about all we've got time for today. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the return of the AH flipping, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.